Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about empathy and why kind of people lack it and how to really kind of develop it yourself. So with empathy, it's a little different than sympathy. If you don't know the two definitions, I'll kind of go over them a little quickly for you. So sympathy is essentially like feeling sorry for someone and their situation. Now empathy is really understanding how that person feels to be in that situation. Right? Those are two very different things. So Brené Brown kind of did this cartoon video where if you're walking past a hole and the person inside the hole says, "Hey, I'm stuck," right? Sympathy is to look at them and say, "Oh, sucks for you," right? You're not really putting yourself in their situation. You're just like, "Ooh, I don't care about what they're going through, sucks to be you," and then that's it. Now with empathy, right, in that cartoon, empathy is the ability to kind of put an imaginary ladder down the ditch and climb down there and really understand what it is that they're going through, so then you can actually understand their thoughts behind why they do what they do and why they say what they say. Now, this is tough for most people because it takes a lot of self-awareness to do, right? And, you know, with Brené Brown, right, for example, I talk about her a lot. I love that girl. She talks about what happens with us is when someone's going through a difficult situation, for us to be empathetic, it kind of gets right up in our shame, right? And in the things that we're insecure about and in the things that we don't want to talk about because we don't talk about, right? So if somebody starts talking about a hard day that they're having, right, the ability for me or you or someone else to sit down with you and talk about those feelings and what's going on, it's difficult because then it would bring up those same emotions in our own life for when we have to deal with certain things. So a lot of times people have the first reaction as being sympathetic because it's easier. They don't have to tap into their own feelings and their own thoughts. They can just say, "Sucks to be you," and kind of move forward. The second reason is you have to genuinely care about people, right? To be empathetic, you have to be willing and wanting to take the time to understand how the person is feeling. This way you can help them. And if you don't really care about the person, it's easier to not try to be empathetic because you don't care to help. You don't care that that person is hurting and they're asking for help. When you do start to understand how to be empathetic and how to, help people and listen to people, it will help you as well with your depression and your anxiety. What will happen is you'll start to get a different perspective. You'll start to hear other people's hurt and other people's pain and other people's stories. What will happen is even if the stories you hear aren't necessarily from your perspective as bad, right, or maybe it's not the same thing, you'll start to realize, though, that everybody has struggles because you'll actually start to hear them. And as you hear them, you'll have a different perspective because you'll realize that everybody has struggles. Everyone is dealing with things. And it won't make you feel as bad about yourself because you'll see that a lot of people feel bad about themselves too. And then as you get better at it, you can still try and be empathetic when somebody does something that hurts you. Right? Instead of getting in this defensive, attacking state, right, you can try to understand why they would do what they're doing to you, right? Are they being this way because of what's going on, at work or at home, right? Are they doing this because, something tragic happened and they're taking out their frustration, right? Why are they doing that to you? Is it something that they feel is something that is okay to treat somebody that way or to deal with somebody in that manner? Are they doing it because of that? And if so, why do they think that it's okay to treat people that way? And it's very difficult to do because when someone is rude or disrespectful to you, your first thought is to get defensive, right? And say, well, why is this person doing this? And then start attacking. But when you can understand that, they're usually, this is psychology, right? They're usually doing it because of what's going on with them internally, not with what you did. Because even if you did something hurtful and wrong to them, they could calmly talk to you about what's going on. But because they don't calmly talk, it's because of, what's going on with them. And maybe this is how they always handle those types of situations. And really trying to ask them questions, even though you're hurt in that situation, trying to ask them to understand, right? You don't ask them because you want necessarily a solution to the hurt that they just gave you, but you're just asking to understand why and how their mind thinks the way it does. That's the end of the video. Shorter one today. I hope that you guys got some value out of it. And, obviously I talk about other speakers all the time, like Brene Brown and that kind of thing. And like I said, don't just watch me, watch other people, right? When you're trying to learn and grow and progress, you want to study and follow as many people as you can, because it gives you different perspectives on other people as well. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.